Tattoos. I wanted to have a conversation about this. Deal breaker, not a deal breaker. Do you object to men who don't find tattoos attractive on a woman?
I have tattoos. I'm probably the one that has the most.
Can you show the shoulder ones or whatever? What it's what's the
They're
name?
nautical stars.
Nautical star. Thank you. That's what
Ninja stars. That's what they
There you go. So, Jake, you have some tattoos. Do you have? Jake, do you prefer a girl with
No tattoos.
no tattoo? But you have So what would you say to some? Well, you have tattoos yourself, Jake. That's very hypocritical of you.
Well, I would
Is that a
say
deal breaker?
It's a preference.
it is pretty close to a deal breaker for me. I'd say,
wow.
yeah. Well, I'd say that men wear tattoos a lot better, especially into old age. That's what I'd say. So.
Who here has tattoos?
What about one?
You have one tattoo?
Just one.
I think that
where is it?
especially the little ones, I don't like them.
Is that too much, Jake?
Yeah, that's too much.
Too much. Okay. What is that?
It's a feather.
Isn't that like the New Zealand leaf or whatever?
Yeah,
which you have?
that's why we don't want that
It's
kiwi
a
leaf.
symbol of my tribal
Fern
heritage.
leaf? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
What's the New Zealand leaf? I don't know.
We don't really talk to
It's
them.
not a New Zealand.
That's fair. You have a tattoo?
Yeah,
How many?
just one.
Where?
It's really shit. My friend did it.
That's a laser job.
Too much?
Yeah, it is a laser job. It's awful.
Too much, Jake?
Yeah, she can get it lasered. I'm hoping
I
you
am
will.
gonna get it lasered
Yeah.
off.
Yours aren't that
I am
good.
gonna get it lasered off.
Okay. You have tattoos?
Yeah.
Quite a few?
Yeah.
Yep. Tattoos? Any tattoos?
I have two.
Two tattoos? Tattoos?
I'm got
You're,
tattoo
you're
virgin.
way too far from the mic.
Tattoo virgin. I have
Okay.
no tattoos.
tattoos.
Zero tattoos.
All right. I don't have any tattoos, but Jake, you got a couple. So, Jake, why is it a deal breaker for you?
I just find it unattractive, and I think that women don't wear tattoos as well as guys, and it's just a preference of mine. I definitely wouldn't want to date myself. So,
You wouldn't want to date yourself?
no,
Do you regret your tattoos?
no, I love my tattoos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I do want to pose the question to chat. Chat, do you guys prefer tattoos or no tattoos? Is it a deal breaker? Does it matter the amount of tattoos, the quality of the tattoos? My position on this is that I don't think it's a deal breaker. Unless it's like a lot of tattoos or low quality tattoos. But I would say that for most men, I think tattoos, it's either neutral or negative. Now, there's some men who will think it's like they might almost have a fetish for it or whatever, like heavily tattooed women. But I think most men, it's neutral or negative. You're never getting into like positive, oh, she has a tattoo, I want to date her more. It's either neutral, I tolerate it, or negative. Any thoughts on this?
I saw this study, and it had to do with like they went with men and women. They did polls, and for whatever reason, thigh tattoos were more attractive on women, and I can't remember what it was for men, but also, no offense to anyone who has a lot of tattoos. Another study said that the more tattoos that you have, the more likely for mental illness. So for me personally, a lot of tattoos is like red flag.
We actually have a study on this, Austin, if you can pick it up or pull it up, please.
Is it the girl?
No, it's the study. Yeah. We'll pull her up in a sec, but it says prevalence of tattoos is higher among people with mental disorders and those likely to come in contact with mental health services. Psychiatric disorders such as are you going to pull it up?
Yeah, wait. Okay, yeah, I think I have it.
Such as antisocial personality disorder, you can make it a little bigger, psychiatric implications of tattoos, drug or alcohol abuse, and borderline personality disorder are frequently associated with tattoos. Now, I do want to be fair. This is a study from 1990. I should point out.
That's big.
Now, to be fair, I think the stigma with tattoos has decreased significantly since 1990. But still probably a bit true. I do think it can be a proxy for mental illness or trauma. So.
Can't disagree.
Oh, is that the case for you?
you said drug and alcohol abuse, so, you know.
I,
I got that. I can't really argue on that.
What were the drugs that you were abusing?
I like pills.
well, I'm in
Got it.
recovery too, and my husband
Okay.
is as well. And
Oh,
neither
awesome.
of us have any tattoos. So,
I'm just saying me personally.
sorry, go ahead.
Do you have something? Or?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, for me, I feel like tattoos are just kind of like more rugged, and like
Yep.
my husband, he swears a lot, and like kind of when he talks, he says like a lot of the f-bombs and a lot of that stuff, and I just think it sounds so different coming from my mouth or like a teenage girl's mouth, and I kind of look at tattoos like that as well.
Okay.
I'm in the music, so I kind of like my aesthetic, like how it is, like performing wise. I think it's like aesthetic on me and kind of fits. And since I was a kid, I've wanted tattoos. So, I mean, I know the stigma and I know it all. I personally like them. I like guys with tattoos. I like girls with tattoos more.
I do think that's a good point that you raised, though. I do think tattoos tend to be associated with more rough women who might lean to be like less feminine. And men typically find femininity attractive in women. So,
I'd also say it's like when I see women with a lot of tattoos, I tend to see like it is quite chaotic. I think there's potentially quite a lot of chaos in your personality if you make big erratic decisions like that to ink up your body. Whereas I think that with guys, tattoos generally tend to be like not a very big deal, you know. But some girls really wouldn't like them. But for the most part, I've never had a girl who said to me, "I wouldn't date you because of your tattoos."
I mean, I disagree with that. I think, like, if you're into tattoos and, like, have them, I think a lot of guys, like, there's stigmas and everything, but at the end of the day, it's like, my friends are tattoo artists. I appreciate the art of tattooing. I used to watch videos of, like, the ancient tattooers and everything, and, like, I appreciate the art of tattoos. I'm like, look, at the beginning, I looked around, I'm like, ooh, what tattoo does he have? And that's kind of how my vision of tattoos are, and like people see it like, oh, like you don't put bumper stickers on a Bentley, but I like the art of it.
I like the art of it too, and all of mine are like dot work from different. I've gone to different countries and gotten different tattoos around the world. So I love the art of it.
Why
But
can't-
I wouldn't want my daughter to do it. I wouldn't want it to be on my wife, and it's just a preference of mine.
I had the question with that. Do you not appreciate the art? Like if a girl has a very cool, detailed, super nice, like expensive tattoo.
As long as I'm not dating her, I can appreciate it.
Oh, okay,
Sure.
I see.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
can see that.
it's kind of like you don't put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari, you know? Okay, good talk.